everyone, what's up? Today I'm going to be reviewing our new 2025 Lode King Tridem step deck with ramps. I know that's a mouthful, let's get at it. So if anybody's new to trucking or doesn't know what I just said, the manufacturer is Lode King. The length is 53 feet front to back. This is a Tridem, 3 axles, step deck. You can see there it drops. It's also called a drop deck in our area. We always call them a step deck. And then at the back, this one has a beaver tail with ramps, and we'll get there. So we're just gonna start at the front here. I've always been a fan of Lode King. This is the first Lode King that I've personally owned. Right off the bat here, you can see the quality. They brand everything because they do make really good trailers. Lode King and Dopeker are probably the top of the line. Also at the front here, I really like this feature. They have the aluminum access panel here, so if you ever had to service any of these lines, easy access. And then another thing that I really like that I don't see on a lot of trailers is the rub rail and stake pockets here in the front. I've already used these. We've only been running this trailer for a couple weeks, and I think it's fantastic. Extra support if you have something you want to stop from coming forward. If you want to run chains this way, straps this way, very cool. I really like that. Okay, let's work our way down the side. Another feature of quality here is the mud flaps. Up here in Canada, landing gear always gets bombarded, salt and sand and anti-icing liquid. In only a few years, you can have to replace your landing gear. So these are really cool, I like that. Also here, this nice aluminum box. This has your suspension load gauge for the trailer, as well as your dump valve for the airbags, and this little switch has the strobes for the back of the trailer for the oversize. Very cool, I like that. And then that brings me to these slide outs here. Look how far those come out. You could probably haul 13 wide or something like that. They have the amber in the front, red in the back, required for a lot of oversized travel at night. Very cool, let's move on. Okay, right away when I found this trailer, I ordered matching bunks, load levelers, risers, whatever you want to call them, for this trailer. You can see it has 3 pockets here, so you can store up to 3 up against the step here. I only ordered 2, we don't use them that much. I wish there was a better spot to put them. That's just a problem with step decks. They block the set-in ramps that you can see right here. These are very cool. I'll show you these in action in a little bit. We're gonna load some stuff for you so you can see how this all works. But yeah, we'll talk more about that as we go. Storage is always super important on any trailer. So I have 2 boxes on this trailer, 1 on each side. One thing that I don't fully like about this box is this thing doesn't stop. Most of the time on a cam style opening, they'll stop on an open spot on the top, but I'll get over it. Inside here, you can see I've already made shelves, get the storage how the way I like it. I'll go over that in another video, how we organize everything in here, but a nice box. I think Lode King did a good job with these. Next up, we got the dunnage rack. Now, not a lot to report on this. It's a nice looking dunnage rack. One thing I do like about it is they have holes in the top. So whether you're putting bungees or straps over your dunnage, whatever you want to put in there, cool for securement. Anything on a step deck is going to be a lack of storage. So compared to a highboy trailer where you have a huge dunnage rack, this does not hold a lot, but the length is excellent. It's just about 9 feet, so 8-foot dunnage fits in there super easy. We got a broom in there and stuff, so no complaints there. So this trailer has hooks and 3-bar winches, alternating sides, 2 feet on center. It's pretty standard. Sometimes you want 16 on center or more. You could probably order this with whatever you want. One feature that was explained to me as if it's a bonus is the broken rub rail here for your 3-bar winches. I personally would prefer to have a solid rub rail. I have that on my highboy trailer, and it doesn't seem to make a difference, and it gives me a lot more places to hook. If I wanted to hook a chain in here, come through and loop it back, where am I going to put it? So that's not a big deal. You get used to it, but it's something to think about when you're ordering a trailer. Do you want a continuous rub rail or not? Another quick point while we're down here, this one's got a mud flap kit protecting all your goodies under there, your brake pods and everything from getting sandblasted and salted in the winter. So another cool feature there. Like I mentioned before, Tridem, 1, 2, whoa! Get our shot! 3 axles here. Come take a look here. Get in here. Oh, we got the polished aluminum on the outside. On the inside, they put steels. That's just a more cost-effective way to get the look you want. Also, these hubs. Let's see where you can see one here. Yeah, this one's got the Allen key access. So you would have to turn this until it's up on top. Take the Allen key out so you can add oil. But that eliminates those rubber plugs which always leaked. Getting to the back here, Lode King branding some more. Love it. We also have a set of oversized, over-width lights. Very cool. And then check this thing out. This is a leg. Goes right in here in the back. If I can do it under pressure on camera. There it is. Then you can dump your airbags, and this will basically sit right near the ground. So when you load something super heavy, this is the support. I've already used these twice on some heavy machines. Very cool. I like this feature a lot. Okay, in the back here, you can see those strobes I was talking about. We're in the sunshine, so they might not be super crisp, but when you see them at night, it's like a Christmas tree. The whole back is lit up, LED package all around, very nice. There is a 7-pin plug back there. I don't know what that's for. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. I don't know why you'd need it. There's nothing to tow back here. You can see the frame. They fold under there. That's definitely necessary. I've bottomed out probably 3 or 4 times already. You really got to watch any transition. This thing gets super low in the back, backing in and out of people's driveways and stuff like that. Ramps, again, the branding, beautiful. I love that. Spring assist. They're still heavy, but they're pretty nice to fold in and out. Let's keep going. So like I mentioned before, we are going to load some stuff for you, so I'll go through the ramps opening and closing then. But I just wanted to mention, when I got these ramps, they were all hollow on the top. So if you wanted to back up to the loading dock and drive a vehicle on, the tires would fall right into the hole. So with the help of my friends Rudy and Vince, I cut a couple pieces of angle iron to put in there, and I welded this grate on the top. So now we got really good grip, and you can drive anything. We drove a whole crane truck on here right on top of this, so very good. So we're gonna walk down the other side. You're gonna see pretty much the same features as the other side. One thing I forgot to mention to you guys, that this is a 9-wide trailer. So a little bit wider than standard. This is like a Canadian special or something like that. One thing that all Stepdecks pretty much have as a fault is the lack of attachments by this. Because of the wheel well, I get it, but with this being 9 wide, I think they could have continued the rub rail right through here because the tires are set in so much. Just having even a pipe spool and a rub rail here, something to attach anything to here, I would have been happy with that. So I did order a second dunnage rack for this side. Kyle at Fort Garry was very helpful. Unfortunately, Lode King had it on back order, so I do have it available up in Grand Prairie. Next time I'm up there, they're gonna slap it in there and install it for me. It's ready to go. And of course, there's the second box on this side as well. Set up the same as the other one. I love my organization. I wanna get the chain I want when I want it. I wanna get the length of strap I want when I want it. So very cool. You'll see that these things here, this is actually the subframe hanging down to give us the space for these extra ramps. So very cool. We're gonna get to all that stuff now because now you've pretty much seen the whole trailer. So let's take the bunks down, set up the ramps, and load some stuff for you. So this is the issue with these for me, is that I will use the ramps much more often than I will use these, but you have to have them because if you get a load somewhere while you're out, if I wanted to put a 20-foot shipping container up on the top step here, it needs to be supported. 2/3 of the container has to be supported, so I'm gonna have to put one of these at the back. You never know, you're gonna get I-beam or something long that you're gonna have to use the whole trailer. So you have to carry them, but there's nowhere to put them unless they're blocking the ramps here. I've measured all over the trailer, try to find somewhere to put them underneath, but it doesn't happen. They are aluminum, but they're heavy, so when you wanna move them around, it's a lot of work. Looks like somebody's been hauling hay with my trailer. Check out the ramps here. Just lift it, and they sit right in there. They got a little hinge on the back. They almost come forward on themselves. It's very cool. Okay, let's do the back ones, and then we'll get loading. So when I'm out driving around BC, Alberta, I got a strap over these ramps, and I push the ramps in to the center as much as they go, because other time they'll just vibrate themselves in. The strap is just for good measure. Some people are going to want the ramps to be secured, so I just put it on there. Makes me feel good. When they are closed, they're the easiest to move. You can slide them apart to where you want. And then they have a handle on the side here. Nice big handle. Spring assist, you still have to lift, but once it gets started, the spring takes over. From here, it's pretty much on its own. Drop them down. Don't don't do that on somebody's nice driveway. Okay, let's get loading. Okay, you can see here, I've dumped the airbags. They're coming down slowly. I always do this when I load. If you were gonna load something super light, you wouldn't have to do this, but it's nice to get the back as low as possible and have everything sturdy. So now we can load for you. Equipment like the skid steer there is going to be absolutely no problem, but when you get into vehicles, this is what can happen. You're going to have clearance issues getting over this last hump here. Now if you have long vehicles, almost guaranteed you're not going to get them up here. If you have something that's a really short wheelbase, high clearance like a Jeep, things like that, then you'll have no problem. But just wanted to show you that Stepdeck with ramps doesn't mean you can put anything you want up there. You just got to watch it. Sometimes, like if I had to put this up here, I would put a piece of dunnage and I would get the back end to jump up. We would get it on here if we needed it on here, but just wanted to show you, this is a perfect example of things you can and you can't do with a Stepdeck with ramps. Hey, coming to an end here. I've showed you guys all the features of the trailer. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm very happy with the trailer. If that's my review, you know, the few pain points that I showed you with storage for the risers and the use of the ramps or the little things like that, they're all pretty standard Stepdeck problems. But all in all, I will definitely be buying another Lode King, even if it's a different style. Is it the perfect trailer? I don't think the perfect trailer exists. People say get a Landau style tilt deck, but something like that's going to be 10,000 pounds heavier, over 11,000 miles a month. Month after month after month, that adds up a lot in fuel costs. Plus a tilt deck style trailer is going to be more than double the cost of this trailer. And then you have hydraulic problems in the winter. Every trailer has its own pros and cons. So just figure out what kind of hauling you're going to be doing and research what trailer is going to work best for you. As far as the Stepdeck with ramps goes, I'm happy with this. If you guys have any questions with this trailer or trailers in general, or if there's anything you want to see or want me to review or find out, let me know. I'm happy to help. And sunny day, I'll end it with, y'all have a nice day.